If you are an entrepreneur, you know that entrepreneurship requires a whole lot of faith, a whole lot of trust, um, courage, strength, all of that, confidence, boldness, all of that. And I feel that once you're on this journey to entrepreneurship, God will allow different things to happen along your process to bring out the courage, to bring out the boldness, to bring those things out. And so right now, I kind of feel like I am on this journey of self discovery, this journey of self love and self confidence. And all of that is needed in order to be bold, in order to do the things that God is calling you to do. And so there was a season in my journey where I was feeling like super down. I just feel like I was going through the motions. I wasn't really happy with, how things are going in my business and just feeling kind of down. And the Holy Spirit was basically told me, like, I can bless your business, but is that going to truly make you happy? And I couldn't answer that. I felt like at the time, like, yeah, of course, that's what I'm working for. Like, that's going to make me happy. But I had to take a step back, and the Holy Spirit asked me, what is it that truly makes Megan happy? And I started to think about it, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And so I closed my eyes and I had this vision of, I guess, the future version of myself. And the Holy Spirit said, Megan, what do you see? And I saw me speaking, I saw me laughing and going to different football games and being with my family and friends and confidence and just knew who she was. And I felt all these emotions, as I was visualizing this. I felt this. I felt happy. I felt free. I felt confident. And I was like, Lord, how do I get there? How do I get to that place? And then I immediately saw a vision of me looking in the mirror. Now it's the future version of me looking in the mirror, and it was the younger version of me. And the younger version of me was looking up to the future version of me. I'm sorry, I'm crying because I get emotional. And she was so proud of this future woman. And the Holy Spirit immediately reminded me, when you were younger, you loved, I wanted to be a news anchor. I love to draw, I love to paint, I love to dance. I had all these different talents that I had. And, life happens. And so you stop believing in yourself and you stop doing these things and you kind of conform to whatever the world tells you to do. And you go down that path. And I stopped believing in myself. And the Holy Spirit reminded me, go back to doing these things that you loved to do when you were young. Go back to discovering who Megan is. What is it that I like to do? What truly makes me happy? What do I like about myself? What are my dislikes? And I had to really think about that and kind of go on this journey. And I know this is something that God is leading me to, because it's going to help me be a better business owner, a better leader, and it was just crazy because I didn't feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't feel like I needed that, and he's pointing me back to the younger version of me and figuring out who I am, and falling in love with me. And that's the journey that I'm on right now. Also too, he reminded me of this song I used to love when I was a kid. And I used to sing this to my son when he was in my stomach. And it was, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Carl Thomas, Superstar. So the words go, "You're a star, that's what you are, something wonderful. I had to let you know, you mean the world because you're my girl. Shine like a superstar, that's what you are." And I used to sing my little heart out to that song. I loved it, right? And so as I grew older, I still loved the song, and I used to sing it to my son, Caden, while he was in my stomach. And he is, if you guys know and follow my story, like, Caden is like an athlete. I'm so proud of him, and he's really shining and using his gifts, and he's shining like a superstar. And I was singing that song over and over again one day, and the Holy Spirit said, "Sing this song to yourself." And I was in the mirror and started singing this love song to myself, and I lost it. I was crying. And he reminded me that there is a reason why this was your favorite song. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. This is the reason why this is your favorite song. Because this is the song and this is your love song to yourself. I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. I was listening to the words, and I'm like, wow, like, and I started singing, "I'm a star, that's what I am." And I just had this breakthrough moment, I had this breakthrough moment. And so I'm sorry, I'm crying. But I had this moment because I didn't realize how much God placed in me. In all this time, I was looking for validation and approval and love and all these different things. And it was always in me. Like, I always was talented. I've always was courageous. I always had these things in me. And certain situations and circumstances that happened in life made me feel like I wasn't good enough. Like I wasn't smart enough. Like I wasn't enough. And so now I'm just realizing that I am, and this journey is really bringing things out of me. It's bringing out all the lies that I believed. It's bringing out all the pain. And so I'm unlearning a lot of different things about myself in this journey, and I know that it's a bigger picture. I know the Lord has a bigger picture in mind, but it's bringing out a lot of things that I didn't know about myself, and now I'm trying to heal those broken pieces. And so I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm crying. I didn't want to get on here and share, another thing that I struggle with is, putting my story out there and being vulnerable. And I know that, my purpose and my job is to help other people who are maybe dealing with the same insecurities and struggles and things that may keep them stuck. and whether or not it's entrepreneurship or going after their dreams or whatever it may be, you know. So I know that my story and my journey will help someone else. And so I struggle with getting on camera and speaking about it and crying because it's personal, but I know that this is helping me too. So